Show me your news!
Oh, that bombshell. Joe!
So, we got some remake teases this week. And by remake teases, we mean that neither of these are confirmed.
It's definitely in the rumor sphere.
Neither of these are confirmed at all, but they are things. So, first off, with the greatest timing for Ben and I, the Distant Worlds concert tour, which is just Final Fantasy music, was going on in Pittsburgh, and apparently at some point, the conductor turned around and said, Final Fantasy XII is getting a remake. He was talking about the Final Fantasy VII remake, which is confirmed, that we know is happening, obviously, and then said, yeah, Final Fantasy XII is getting a remake too.
I would actually be okay with that, because Final Fantasy XII was meant to originally be on one of the higher consoles originally, which is why the cutscenes look amazing. And then the actual in-game looks like shit compared.
Yeah.
It really,
To which-
really does.
To which everybody in the crowd went, wait, what? Because, yeah. So, none of this is confirmed. Square has said nothing about this. A lot of the theory is that it's not actually being remade. It's just being HD remastered like 10 and
Yeah,
a typo.
that's likely what it is.
But I
But,
doubt it's a full remake.
but the verbiage gets all confused these days, to be honest.
Well, I don't think 12 has the fan base it would need to get a remake quite the same way that 7
Oh,
has the
definitely
fan
not.
base.
Definitely
In fact, Ben tells me that a lot of people really hate 12.
Here's the thing: we're gonna get to that point where, like, a few years from now, people will be like, "Yeah, 12 was actually really good," because
The revisionist history, yes.
Yeah, we're,
it's like Zelda. It's like, no, this one sucked. I'm just kidding. It's the best one.
we're let's playing it right now, and it's not bad.
Yeah, I
know,
don't like
it's-
Final Fantasy II. I mean, I played it back in the day, and I nearly completed it. I got stuck on the final boss, admittedly.
It's a long one.
So, I don't know anything about most Final Fantasy games, but I know the least about 12. Like,
Okay.
until like literally when you guys started your 12 Let's Play, I thought 12 was a failed MMO.
No,
that's
11 is the failed MMO.
Yeah,
11's the
failed.
failed MMO.
Oh
12
shit, there is an 11.
There is
Yeah.
11. Mm-hmm.
I guess logically, yeah, it comes after 10, and then there's a 12.
Counting is hard.
Until this moment in my life, I didn't consciously become aware that there was a Final Fantasy 11.
Oh my god.
Dark,
11?
the only thing you need to know for 12 is that you're Captain Bosch.
Of Dalmasca.
Yes.
Don't believe Ondor's lies.
Yeah, don't believe Ondor's lies.
No, the best thing about Final Fantasy XII, as Ben knew the history a little bit when we started, so he got to explain to me about how and why this game is such a black sheep in the series, which is it's made by the Tactics guy.
Oh.
It was directed by the guy who did Final Fantasy Tactics, so it takes place in the Final Fantasy Tactics universe.
Yeah,
makes
it's an
sense.
it's an Evilise.
And I guess Balthier was originally supposed to be the main character, but they looked at him and said, you know, we need a young character to really attach to the kids. So Vaughn
Kids
was
these-
created.
because
And
Vaughn
Vaughn sucks.
Vaughn is so bad.
It's Vaughn and Pinello.
Vaughn
Pinello doesn't,
and Pinello. I
Vaughn
forgot.
doesn't belong there. Pinello belongs there even less.
Oh my god, revolution!
Pinello, Pinello and her fucking weird pants that stop and then keep going.
She just has like stumpy legs.
Yeah.
So 12 might be getting a remake or an HD remaster or a remake. If it's a remake, fuck. Damn.
I'd like them to do that. Like, they don't have to remake the cutscenes. The cutscenes are very pretty. It's just the in-game stuff, really.
I am
I say
more,
it's just the in-game stuff.
I'm more convinced it's going to get a remaster.
More than likely.
For how successful 10 was. On
Yeah,
the remaster front.
that's the big reason, I think, is because for some reason, I guess after 10 and 10.2 were very popular in the HD remaster, people have started making a big thing about they want a Final Fantasy 12 remaster now. I don't know where that came from, but it's a thing.
They want to see Fran's boobies in more definition.
God.
Those bunny ears.
I
You
fucking
know what?
love Fran.
Oh, Fran's the best.
I fucking love her. She's like the original one I ever wanted to cosplay, and I will never cosplay as her because she's too tall and thin, and I'm too short and stumpy.
Is she your spirit animal?
She's my fucking spirit animal. I love her.
The other one is one that, if it happens, this is a remake that people have wanted for years, since the GameCube era, and that is a remake of Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 1 has, to this day, been the only one remade, I believe. It was remade for the GameCube and is largely considered one of the best survival horror games, if not one of the best games ever made. I have never played it.
I have.
I think I tried to emulate it at one point. I mean, play it super legally, and I died at the first zombie. It's hard. I'm really bad at it. I really want to play Remake, as it is affectionately referred to, but ever since then, people have said, "So when's the Resident Evil 2 remake?" Because they really want that.
The Resident Evil 2 remake would be fantastic because Resident Evil 2 is like, it became a bit scarier in my opinion.
I'm told that Resident Evil 2, when it comes to the original trilogy, is the best of the three.
It is very, very good. It is much better than 3.
Nemesis has a lot of fans as well, but
Nemesis just scares me. He really does. Like, even though you can't tell a face from an ass on PS1 graphics, like, I remember playing Nemesis. I've played Resident Evil games since I was a little kid. And he would just, like, appear out of nowhere for no reason. And you just had to fucking run unless you were using cheats.
Stars.
Yeah, that.
I'm watching a Let's Play of Resident Evil 3 right now. The two best friends play are doing Resident Evil 3 Nemesis right now.
Oh, jeez.
That out. They're fun to watch, and their thing is that Pat's really bad at the game because he hasn't played it in 7 years. So...
I used to be able to kill Nemesis when I first found
he's killed
it.
Nemesis twice already.
Yeah, I used to be able to do that.
It's possible, it's just hard.
Yeah.
But Resident Evil 2, people have wanted it for years. It's never happened. And now, apparently, there was some post on Facebook or something where they were talking about how they were turning in a pitch for it. So, it could happen now. And if it does, that'd be awesome, because I've seen small parts of Resident Evil 2, and it would look awesome remade.
It really would. I mean, Resident Evil has to go back to the whole, it's a scary game that makes you jump game, not a, okay, this is like, this is action and stuff. Like, no,
Yeah,
it used to be like, you used to be able to shit your pants playing games like that.
Which I think Capcom's learning.
That's the only problem I think will happen, though, is that it's the same argument with Final Fantasy VII, where, oh man, yeah, they're finally remaking Final Fantasy VII. Oh god, no, Square Enix is remaking Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see him in lace panties in HD.
And this is like, modern Capcom is remaking Resident Evil 2. At first, that sounds great. And then you realize that you just said, modern Capcom is remaking Resident Evil 2.
And they're only really doing it because they saw how financially successful the Remake Remaster was.
They call that remake.
Yeah.
Remake Remastered.
Which is my favorite name for it ever. Because fucking, what else were they going to call it? They already refer to it as remake. And so, if they remade it in that way, if they didn't mess with anything, just graphics, that's all they need to change.
Yes.
Maybe voice acting, but don't fix the voice acting, because old Resident Evil voice acting is just the gift that keeps on giving.
It was fantastic. It was just fantastically bad, and it was amazing.
If you've never watched any of like old Resident Evil games, watch them. Listen to the goddamn voice acting, because it's so bad that it makes a full circle and just becomes amazing.
I agree wholeheartedly. I
Jill
really do.
Sandwich.
Yeah, yes, indeed, Jill Sandwich. But that's the only one that people seem to recognize. Like,
apparently, you play as Barry in Revelations 2, and
jeez.
they make multiple references to Jill Sandwich.
They changed the line when they remade the game. I was so sad.
Not Jill Sandwich in the remake again?
No, he says you're almost small enough to fit in a sandwich.
Damn it!
Yeah,
Jill
they
Sandwich
changed
is
it.
such a good line.
I know. I missed it. Like when I played the remake first off, because I've completed the first games and the remakes. Besides Zero, actually, because fuck.
You will have to help me then, because that's another survival horror series I want to get into.
They did change a few things around actually in that game. They added extra things, and I was like, this wasn't in the original, but you know what? I can dig it. That's fine. But there are some things which are just sort of like, this is just so fucking convoluted. This doesn't need to be in here. Why do I need to now burn zombies or just explode their heads?
So what would be the remakes that are still out there, not to encourage a remake or remaster culture at all, but what would be the ones that we would like to see?
Remakes or HD remasters? Or both?
Both. Sure, why not?
I want Twilight Princess to be put into the 3DS, please.
That'd be cool. That's a rumor floating out there for a while, but that'd be really nice. And especially when...
We're talking about good games here, thank you.
Oh, well... Get
Sorry, I
out
have
of
a
here,
grudge against Twilight. I don't think Twilight Princess is a bad game, I just have a grudge against it.
but, when you have a new 3DS and you only have one game that is required for it. If you make
Two,
another
technically.
game like
Binding of Isaac is technically new 3DS, isn't it?
Oh, that's true.
Binding of
It
Isaac is on
technically
3DS is buggy as fuck.
It is still really glitchy, yeah.
It's not good. It needs patching. It really does. I just had the fun idea. Red and blue, but on the Wii U.
That'd be interesting.
First person Pokemon catching.
You gotta change some things, because Gen 1 is outdated really badly.
Don't care.
Rap, spam.
Well, I mean, obviously they would update that because, I mean, they've already remade Gen 1 at one point.
But, like, think about it. You're in first person in Pokemon. Instead of, like, just having, like, wild encounters in the tall grass, you have to see the Pokemon you want to go catch in the tall grass.
And then you press a button, and it becomes Pokemon Snap 2.
Yeah, that'd be cool. We'll take pictures as well.
I would absolutely adore to see a remake of Donkey Kong 64 with Donkey Kong Country Returns / Tropical Freeze style graphics.
That would be very, very cool.
I don't mean like play like those games. I just mean the art style that they use. I would love to see that turned into Donkey Kong 64, like a full remake of that. I've wanted an HD remaster pack of all the Katamari games for a while. Like just a place where they are all in one place.
That would be great.
I would adore that. That's really the only PS2 game I have left that I'm like, oh, I really want a remaster of that because I've gotten all my others. All the Kingdom Hearts games have been remastered. All the Sly games have been remastered. I don't have anything else.
I want a remake of Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War in the same vein as the remake of Mystery of the Emblem. I have to say Mystery of the Emblem and not Shadow Dragon because Shadow Dragon was terrible and the remake of Mystery of the Emblem didn't come to America. But Genealogy of the Holy War is like my favorite Fire Emblem game that I've never played. It was Japan only. It was before Martha and Roy were in Smash Brothers, so most of the American Fire Emblem audience isn't familiar with that game. And like just from reading through it, it's the one that I want to play the most. But the fan translation isn't all that great.
It's not great.
No, it's not great at all. So if I could get like a real official version of Genealogy of the Holy War that I could get my hands on, then that's it. I'm good.
I want, essentially what's happened to a lot of Pokemon games, I want an HD remaster of the Oracle games.
Ooh.
I would say that for a long time.
That'd be interesting.
I want that
Specifically, you just want Oracle of Ages.
Oracle of Ages, but remake Seasons. I'll play Seasons again.
Put it on,
and then
put it on
make
the
the third one.
Put it on Link Between Worlds engine.
I played that in
Make the third one that
Japanese.
make the third one that never happened.
Yeah, make Secrets.
Yeah,
Ooh, yeah.
have Secrets as DLC.
But also
Make it like Fire Emblem Fates.
There you go.
in the exact same fashion, I'd love Tactics Advance to get remade. I just want to be able to play it without using my DS Lite.
Does it count to say I would like Pokemon Stadium? But like an actual Pokemon Stadium game, not this fucking Battle Revolution shit?
Well, it's even been a long time since we've had the Battle Revolution. Like
Yeah,
that kind
I just
of
want
game
rental.
for Wii
I
U.
want rental Pokemon to come back. I want rental Pokemon to come back, and I want them to be super in depth. But I know they wouldn't do that because the reason rental Pokemon weren't in depth was because they needed it to promote buying gold and silver.
Mm-hmm.
And if you could just get whatever Pokemon you want with whatever moves you want, what would be the point
I had an
to
idea.
connecting gold and silver?
Yeah, I just had an idea to put on top of my first-person Pokemon Red Blue game. Is the trainer will be linked to an amiibo. So, like, you want to play as Captain Falcon? You better have the amiibo. Okay, Captain Falcon just called a Bulbasaur.
So I was thinking
I wanna
Amiibo,
be
you're talking
Kirby.
rental Pokemon. I mean,
No,
That
I
is-
was thinking, like, trainer-wise, man.
Each amiibo gets one random rental Pokemon.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, no! People would die.
or the Pokemon Amiibo cards that we think are entirely going to happen next year.
Those are basically confirmed if you data mine the amiibo. They each have a unique ID, which is how the game reads which amiibo it is.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Somewhere in between them, right around where Pikachu and Charizard and all them are, there are 800 free slots that are unused.
And all the Pokemon are matched with their national dex number. So
Yep.
you gotta think it's gonna happen, especially with the Animal Crossing cards and how many they have. They have a lot of Animal Crossing cards. I think I last for like 400
Really?
or something like that.
Damn.
So, like, Pokemon is entirely going to happen on the card front next year, I think. So, yeah, watch out for that.
I will never buy a single one of those because I know I'll get in too deep.
That will.
yeah.
will be
I mean,
bad.
I've already seen it happen with the Smash amiibos. And the
Pokemon
amiibo cards, the cards will be cheaper. So
and in booster packs, it's going to be that Pokemon card magic for a whole new generation.
Oh boy.
Oh god.
We saw like 2 kids playing with Pokemon cards when we went out shopping today.
Did.
Okay, I would actually start playing the Pokemon trading card game if they put NFC chips in to import them to a video game version, because NFC chips are cheap as hell.
Yeah.
It's the plastic figures that are the expensive part. So if you put NFC chips into all of the Pokemon trading card game and then transfer that over to a video game version that you can play online, that is the remake of Pokemon the trading card game for Game Boy that I want.
Absolutely.
What would you want to see remade? What do you want to see remastered? And are you hoping that this Final Fantasy XII and Resident Evil 2 thing is an actual thing? Because I kind of do for both of them.
Show me your news!